Hey guys, so I wanted to do an experiment with PVA, which is glue, versus Floetrol. Honestly, I have no idea what the PVA stands for. I'm assuming an ingredient in here or something. Anyways, this is the glue that I use, Glue All. So on this side, in these cups, is the glue, so it's just paint, glue, and water. And on this side, it's going to be Floetrol, paint and water. And I'm just using my pre-mixed tubes so that I don't have to waste any cups. So we're going to start with the Floetrol side here. Start with my normal rainbow combination. And just to reiterate for anyone that hasn't watched any of my previous videos, I use Flow acrylics, and this is by Artist Loft, is the brand. I get it at Michael's. I'm pretty sure you can get it on Amazon. That's what I use. So all of these paints are Flow acrylics. And I'm going to try to pour these as evenly as humanly possible. Whoops, okay. I did notice that the glue is definitely a lot thicker than the Floetrol. So I had to add a lot more water than I do with the Floetrol ones. So that's just an interesting note. It took me a lot longer to stir them together. I'm going to add just a little bit more white. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we're going to do the glue one first. I'm going to flip this one, and we'll let it sit for a minute while we do the other one. Okay. So remember, PVA, Floetrol. Here we go. And I'm not going to use a torch on either of these. Just going to let them do whatever they're going to do. So we definitely got some nice coloring here. I really like this. Not really cells. I've got a couple, but that's cool. Let's go ahead and do the Floetrol. I kind of feel like I must have added more white on this side and probably more blue on this side. I really do my best to pour them as evenly as possible, but it's not really able to be perfect. Okay. So we definitely got lots of cells on this one. And someone had commented on another one of my videos that you have to have silicone to get cells. And I said, hopefully very politely, I'm sorry, but that is very much not true. There's no silicone in either of these. Nor do you need a torch. Torch is optional. It does help with the air bubbles, and it can help a little bit with cell creation, but it's going to happen either way. The air bubbles will pop on their own if you just let it be. So we're going to let these sit here for a bit and, see how much they move and whatnot. And then we'll come back in and we'll do a close-up. Okay, so these have been sitting here for a bit. Obviously super duper different results. And not just because of the coloring. I mean, you can see there's just a ton of cells here. Just a ton. This does have some little ones. And it got a little bit of lacing over here, which is pretty cool. I really like it. I like how it looks. Probably even more than this one with the cells. But, it's just interesting comparing. So we'll go ahead and we'll go in for the close-up. So this is the Floetrol. Lots and lots of cells coming up through that white. It's very cool. I kind of like this orangey brown area over here. I don't know why. And then this is the PVA side. So very purple. Got a little bit of cell action. Little cell action over here. This does have a lot of those little white dots coming up. So I'm curious how it will dry. A little bit of cell action over here too. A little bit of lacing. The colors are nice and bright, which is cool. Most of the white disappeared from this side. So yeah, very, very different results. I do have a theory about all these little white dots, by the way. I think it's because I just mixed the paints, so there's a lot of air bubbles in them. And I feel like if you mix it and then maybe let it sit for a bit, you probably won't get those white dots. But even with the white dots, it's really cool. I'm curious how it will look if I torch it, but I don't want to because I really like it as is. I want to just leave it. And for the purpose of the experiment, we're not going to torch. So I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely feel free to just use glue because you're going to get really cool results. Just paint, glue, and water. The reason also not to just use paint and water is that the water kind of breaks up the paint and it doesn't really bind well. So not only is it hard to maintain whatever shape comes out of it because it'll keep moving, just that it just doesn't hold very well. You can do it, but it's easier if you have something that helps bind the paint, such as Floetrol or PVA. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.